It's Robbie.
Hey, this is Sean Reitmeyer with GCExperts. Who am I speaking with?
It's Robbie Ryan.
Oh, hi. How you doing, Rob?
Good, Sean. How you doing?
Fantastic. How can I help you?
Um, so I'm a contractor. I live in Omaha, Nebraska now, but I'm in Chicago, and I'm from Chicago. Um, I was in the environmental demolition business, kind of services, business in Chicago for 15 years, and had a minority contract. Who's my partner? Who's a minority? We certified minority contractor, and we did some government work at the Air Force bases. We're Great Lakes Naval Base, Chanute, a few years ago. But my partner died, and he was African American, and it was pretty obvious I wasn't.
Okay.
So I did run the business another 8 months under his certification, which may be right or wrong, but and then we kind of got away from him because your competitive advantage was gone. Moved out to Omaha. I'm in general contracting and services stuff, and I have a car service that Uber Black isn't really out here, so we started a car called Black Car Omaha, and we have black cars that we go, pick up people and this and that and the other. And I got a buddy of mine who's getting a little older in age and was looking for something for him to do. And um, I knew a guy from my house in the Ozarks, Mid American Medical Transport. I mean, dude made a fortune. He left Blue Cross Blue Shield because he saw what they were paying drivers, or transport companies,
Okay.
and started it. And absolutely killed it. I mean, I think he sold it for 100 million or something. It was nuts. He all over the Midwest. But my guy Timmy, I'd like to get going on some stuff, and I had him listen to a couple of your things. Questions, um, the system's changed. I mean, hasn't it?
In what
Over
way?
the last 5 years, I mean, didn't there's just different. I mean, I've been trying to navigate around it, and it's like it's just different than the system I knew. Shit.
Yeah, it's not
5 6 years ago.
intuitive for sure. That's why
Yeah,
I
yeah.
invented BidTracker because in the federal government system. In fact, I was talking to a contracting officer who retired. She was an unlimited warrant contracting officer, which I had never heard of, which is really strange being around in this business for 30 years. And she was saying that even contracting officers don't use SAM.gov.
Right. Yeah. Which is awesome.
Yeah,
But we're supposed to use it.
I know. It was really pathetic, and that's why I invented BidTracker. So
Um, well, I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. Um, the Air Force Base, Offutt Air Force Base,
sure.
is one of the largest, Air Force bases in the country.
Yeah, I've done a lot of work
Uh,
up there over the years.
so I'm building some apartments right outside the back gate there now. I actually am up for a um, civilian position on a civilian board, which would be to allow me access on base. Um, Basically, what it is if a new general comes in town to Omaha, I play a lot of golf. I belong to a country club. I know restaurants, and I take him and his family out, introduce him around town, show him around. But it gets me access.
Okay.
Um, Hopefully, I'll have that done before the end of the year. Is what they said. But um, yeah, the system is so clunky, and that I wanted to just see if I could talk to somebody about what are the steps I need to take to get my buddy Tim going. He's going to run the side of it for me. Um, and you tell me. The
Well,
bid tracker.
the first step always with me is there's a contractor that called me up 2 years ago, a similar conversation to this, And that guy peppered me with like 100 questions in less than an hour. And it really surprised me how many questions he asked. And they were all good questions. And when I finished the Zoom, I was thinking, motherfucker, anybody who wants to get into this business needs to listen to this, because it's all the questions you wouldn't think of on the spot, like in this conversation.
Yep.
And in that video, I actually taught him how to find the work, how to bid the work, how to negotiate the work, how to perform the work. I taught some really unique things that I hadn't really taught before. And so step one with me is always watch this video. And I don't care if you watch it today, next week, next year. I don't give a shit. But it's so good that at the end of that video, I just tell people, if you watch that video and then you want to pick, by the way, how hard was it to get a hold of me?
No, he responded within 8 minutes.
Yeah, not only that, but I've called you back from my personal cell phone number. So you can just pick up the phone and call me anytime and I'll answer. And so anyway, I'm going to text you from this number that video, and then whenever you get around to it or have your buddy watch it, and if you still have questions, pick up the phone and call me.
Yeah, well, I'll watch it and I'll have him watch it for sure, because I know, I've done government work, and the ability to. We had the competitive advantage because he was black and he was small business, and the funnels just became smaller and smaller, right?
Sure.
But once I found that the naval base, Great Lakes, once we got in there and they saw we could do good work, they're like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that?
Yeah, that happens all the time. Yep.
So then we were changing the codes. Yeah, we can do this, we can do that. It added that, and unfortunately, Lee suddenly passed away just as we were getting rolling. So then I moved to Omaha and kind of put that on the back burner, but ready to pick it up again. So yeah, text me that. I'll watch it. I'll have Tim watch it, and then I'll reach back out. I appreciate your prompt response to me. That's good stuff.
Well, I mean, the thing is people don't call a guy like me to ask about the weather in Austin, Texas, because they know I don't give a shit about the weather in Austin. People call me with real business shit in the federal government construction market, and that's my forte. So, I enjoy these conversations.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's clunky, right? And once we figured it out, and I had a girl, Erica, who was able to maneuver through the contracts, and once you figure it out, I mean, it really creates a competitive advantage,
Oh, wait until you see BidTracker. I created a system where all you have to do is go in there and click the sync button, and then it syncs everything to your computer when the job is due. It organizes the synced files by date. So it creates automatically your bid schedule, like what's due on Thursday. Well, click on the Thursday file. In there's 3 jobs. Okay, you got 3 jobs to look at. When you open up each job, it's got the plan, specs, scope of work right there. All you had to do was click the sync button.
Okay. Yeah. But, and that's, like I said, I mean, that most people, if they go on the what used to be, what it was, a bid.gov or.
Well, in the old days, I mean, you gotta keep in mind, talking. I've been except I've been around before that. It was Commerce Business Daily before that, and then Fed BizOps came around. I want to say it was '91, something like that. And boy, Fed BizOps was crap in the beginning, but it got better over time. But that was when we invented BidTracker, because Fed BizOps wasn't as good as Commerce Business Daily, and so basically we created a digital version of Commerce Business Daily. And then when they went to SAM.gov, well, first it was beta.sam.gov. That was probably around the last time you were looking at it. And then it went to SAM.gov, and each iteration has gotten worse, and it just blows my fucking mind. And so during the pandemic, I got with a couple of software engineers, and I said, look, this is the way this should work. And that's when I had the kind of that I think they call it a flash of genius, though I don't consider myself a genius. But I had this flash of genius that why can't you just click a fucking sync button and it just magically appears right in front of you, you know?
Right.
And so
Yeah, it scoops all the data and puts it in one spot.
yeah,
Boom. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Well, please send that to me. We'll watch it. I'll have Tim watch it. Like you said, those 100 questions. It probably took him more time to ask those 100 questions than it would have been to just get on it.
yeah. I'm just saying you're gonna be surprised when you hear the questions. You're like, damn, I wish I'd have thought of that, or oh god, that's a great question. You know, I'm serious.
Yep. All right, cool. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I'm in business, and I appreciate you calling back right away, and you personally, not some bot or somebody.
Yeah, I played it. It turned out not to go over very well. But I was speaking to a woman one day on camera, and on a Zoom, and she said something about AI, and I said, "Well, this is AI. Sean Reitmeyer is actually sitting on the couch watching the news right now." And she looked at the camera, fucking befuddled, man.
Yeah, that's good. Um, I'm starting to get into that. My buddy's in the telehealth business, and they're targeting, and this is kind of where this could go. They have a telehealth nurse that speaks 96 languages that can talk to 1 million people at once in third world countries.
Wow.
So like Nigeria is going to give them like 10 million people at $40. Now what is it? It's $4 a month per person to access this.
Wow.
And these people can go on, and so I think there's another whole thing with the gov contracts that you could supply supplies and this that I could piggyback with them, and I don't know. I just
once you're SAM
about
registered, the world is the oyster, right?
Yep. So on that note, do you offer a service that can get all the numbers and the pins and all the bullshit?
All of it. Yep, we offer that. Yep.
And I mean, that was a pain in the ass the first time.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. And not only that, it's a one-time thing. That's why I tell construction guys that value their time, don't even fucking try. Just pay us to do it, because my wife does that all the time, and yeah, she's got it all down.
Okay.
She'll get it done for you in about a week.
Because I sat with him last week. We were trying to figure out how to use our Black Car service. We got Escalades and Sprinter vans, and we do College World Series, Warren Buffett's big Berkshire Hathaway deal, and concerts and all this stuff. But it kind of limits us to the weekends,
Sure.
So we were trying to figure out how to put our cars to work, other ways. And so I told Tim, I'm like, hey, we need to get registered on this, because Midwest Medical Transport, these guys made a fortune because they figured out the system. But he came to my office the other day, and we sat down and started going through it. And I'm like, dude, there's got to be a better way than this. I mean, I did this before, and it's fucking worse now than it was the last time.
Yeah.
Because they changed it, right? So,
Yeah, I just say don't even spend your time. Seriously, at this point in my life and career, I don't ever even go to SAM.gov, because I've got Elda, my wife, who will take care of the SAM registration. That it's a one-time deal, and then I'll teach you everything that you never knew about federal government, and then you'll have BidTracker, and you'll never have to go to SAM.gov. I mean,
Yep. Well,
one of my promises, one of my guarantees, is that for every 6 hours your competition will be working to find work, you'll be spending 15 minutes.
Yep. And that's what it's about,
Hell yeah.
I got, 3 companies and only so much time, and I need to get good people, put in spots and help my homies for sure, because they just think limited. like, dude, there's so much out there. Like, stop. He's talking about dropping cards off at nursing homes and this. I'm like, bro, fucking stop. We're gonna work smarter this time.
That's awesome.
So, but yeah, send me that. Listen, I really appreciate your prompt follow up, and that's kind of shit I respect in my business. You know, I mean, I call everybody back within 24 hours, guaranteed. Good call, bad call, or tell me to go fuck myself. You know, your work sucks, whatever. I deal with it head on within 1 day, and appreciate when somebody gives the same shit that I do.
Yeah, man, I'm here for you.
All right, yeah, send me that. I'll send it to Tim, and then will the link be in there to your service for getting our number?
Not normally. Normally, I don't send that until after you watch the video. So when you finish the video, say send me the link, and I'll do it.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
hate.
I mean,
I just
listen,
hate fucking talking money until somebody's educated and understands,
right.
you know, what they're getting into.
Yep, I get it. I mean, I halfway understand, not like you, but like I said, I've done it before and been in it, and there's a huge opportunity when you figure it out. Of your competition, like you said, there's wasting all this time trying to figure it out. Once you figure it out, and it's go time. So send that. I'll do that, and I'll be in touch.
All right, take care.
All right, thanks, Sean. Have a good day.
Yeah, you bet. Bye bye.
Bye bye.